environment, especially for startups. We welcome Shivani Sinha, a research scholar of Savitribai Phule Pune University. Welcome at St. Mira's at the platform of IIC. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Request you to take over.
Yeah, Shivani, 1 minute. Mohsina will formally introduce you, and then we can start. Yes, Mohsina.
A very warm welcome to each and everyone present here. Our guest speaker for today, Ms. Shivani Sinha, is a visiting lecturer. She delivers lectures to undergraduate students on topics such as business ethics, business planning, and project management, controlling system, international agriculture business, etc., and also work full-time as a research assistant on an ICSSR-funded research project under Dr. Rama Venkatman, Associate Professor St. Mira's College for Girls, Pune. Her education qualification, she is a BCom in Accounts from Magda University, Gaya, and then her MCom in Business Administration from St. Mira's College for Girls, Pune. She stood first in the entire batch of MCom from St. Mira's College for Girls, and she did her MPhil in Commerce from BMCC, Pune, and currently she is doing her PhD from Abeda Inamdar Senior College under SPPU. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. You can take over.
Thank you so much, Mohsina. Thank you, Rama ma'am. Thank you, Dimple ma'am. If Mohsina, can you just share the PPT?
Yeah, just give her 2 minutes to download and this thing. In the meantime, you can just give a brief introduction. These are all SY BCom Business Entrepreneurship student, and they have a topic on startups as a fourth unit in their syllabus under semester 3. So give them a brief on startups and then we can start, maybe 1 or 2 minutes on startups, and then we can start with the government initiatives.
Okay. So good morning to all students. I'm here to share with you government initiatives on startups. But before that, startups is a buzz today. So I guess you all must be knowing or must have heard about what is a startup, how it is different from other small organizations, why it is said to be as startups. So what we can say is startups are organizations which are here to create disruptions. Now, what kind of disruptions are they creating? They are coming up with new ideas, they are coming up with new technologies, they are coming up with new business models, which are actually creating disruptions in the market. We somewhere are, somewhere are aware of them, but not thinking how to do about it. We have n number of examples of what kind of ideas coming up here, how a kirana store can be converted into a dmart, and how it is creating a buzz, how Uber, Ola is creating a buzz in the market. So these are startups, and this is not coming up, this is not something that is not aware about. We know the problems are there in the society, and these startup entrepreneurs are coming with a problem solving mindset. They are coming up with new ideas, with new technologies. And you all know you all know who is an entrepreneur. So what are these entrepreneurs doing? These entrepreneurs are create creating employment. They are probleming the problems of the society. So the government is coming up with initiatives to help these startups. They are coming up with policies to assist these startups, so that there should be so that the entrepreneurs can be boosted up. They are assisted with n number of schemes. Then you are the young entrepreneurs of the economy. When you aspire to become entrepreneurs, you should be well aware of which are the schemes government are coming up with, in which sector what you can get benefit. in each sector government has come up with some or the other policies and schemes. So you should be well aware in hand that if you target to become, or if you want to come up with some new idea, what are the schemes available. We have to explore the opportunities, and government schemes are the opportunities for the young startup entrepreneurs. Now maybe you are thinking of doing something, but you're not aware only that governments have already come up to assist you beforehand only. So before going, you think of an idea, and before actually executing any idea, you should first in hand do a good research and explore what are the opportunities already available in the market, not only from the government sector, but also there are private institutions also who has come up to assist these startups, to assist these innovative ideas. People have idea, but unfortunately not the right technology, not the right fund, not the right people. So there are opportunities available. Here I am discussing the opportunities which the government is giving to us.
Yeah.
So we will be
We are ready
discussing.
to go because Mosina has downloaded the PPT.
Okay.
You can tell her she will change the slide.
Okay.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes. Yes. Are you able to share full screen, Mosina?
I'm doing it, but it's not happening.
Yeah.
It is not happening. It's okay. I'm sure the students can see the
Ma'am, she
screen.
has the option of zoom in the left right corner of the page.
Which one?
Right corner of the page, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, done. Yes, Vani. It's okay. We are able to see. Let's start.
Okay. So should I only share the PPT if it is
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
happening?
Yeah, yeah. Better. Because it's not happening. Mosina, you stop sharing. We are able to see. Yeah,
Okay, ma'am. Give me a second. I'll just
yeah.
share. Is it fine?
Yes, we can see. No problem.
Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, we are discussing government initiatives on startups. What are the initiatives government has taken for startups? Now, startup. What is a startup? As I said, a startup is a company working to solve a problem where the solution is not obvious, the success is not guaranteed. They are doing something innovative in the market, so there is no guarantee that they will get success, they will be accepted by the society, their idea will be working, or there will be success. So, startup is something done. Now, next is who are entrepreneurs? Now, who is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is an individual who is effectively and efficiently, combining the four factors: land, labor, capital, and production and enterprise. They are combining these four factors effectively and efficiently, and thus becomes an entrepreneur. Now, why government needs this? Why is government doing so much for startups? Why they are doing so much for startup entrepreneurs? Because in a way, government is also getting benefited, because these entrepreneurs, we all know, these entrepreneurs are discovering something new in the market. They are creating employment. They are coming up with new technologies. So that's why the government is also coming up with initiatives and policies to help these entrepreneurs, so that in a way the society also improves and the economy also improves. Let's start with the initiatives and policies. We all have heard about Startup India. This was launched in January 2016. Now, what is Startup India? Through this initiative, government promotes entrepreneurship by mentoring, nurturing, facilitating startups throughout their life cycle. They are they are doing a 360-degree approach to enable these startups and provide them a comprehensive 4-week online learning program, and set up research parks, incubators, and startup across the country by creating a strong network of academia and industry bodies. More importantly, fund of funds has been created to help these startups and access to funding mechanisms as online recognition of startups, Startup India learning program, facilitated patent filing. All these things are being assisted for students. They are getting funding supports, they are getting tax benefits, they are regularly addressed by the regulatory issues. So this is one of the very important initiative government has taken, that is Startup India. Now, Stand Up India. We have heard it together: Startup India, Stand Up India. Now, what is Stand Up India? It aims to enable economic participation and share the benefits of India's growth among women entrepreneurs, scheduled caste, and scheduled tribes. This is also one of the important initiatives. Towards this end, at least one woman and one individual from ST/SC communities are granted loan between rupees 1 billion to 10 billion to set up a greenfield enterprise in manufacturing or trading sector. This Stand Up India portal acts as a digital platform for small entrepreneurs and also provides them information on finance and credit guarantees. So in crux, we can say that this Startup India, Stand Up India initiatives, the government is giving you the legal support, the exit policies, the funds, from where you can generate funds, what are the credit guarantees. They have come up with very good tax exemptions for the startups, like IT exemptions for 3 years, capital gain tax exemptions for people investing in such gains in the government recognition funds of funds. They are incubation. They are getting different grants. The government is coming up with different events where the students can participate, and can know about the initiatives, how it should be done. So government is taking a lot of initiative under these two events, where they are educating you among all the sectors you have. Now, next we have is Make in India. I'm sure you must have heard about Make in India. Now, what is Make in India? Make in India was designed to transform India into a global design and manufacturing hub. So it came as a powerful call to India's citizens and business leaders, and as an individual to the potential partners and investors. It was designed to facilitate the investment, the foster innovation, enhance the skill development, etc., and build the best in class manufacturing infrastructure in the economy. There was the Honorable Prime Minister was coining zero defect, zero effect under this Make in India. So this was done to boost up the to the Indian entrepreneurs and it was a assistant for these startups and for the general entrepreneurs. Then we have Skill India, Kaushal Bharat and Kushal Bharat. Now, what is Skill India? Was an initiative of the government of India which was launched to empower the youth of the country with skill sets which make them more employable, more productive in the work environment. They were assisting, the government took an initiative to educate the students, the youngsters, and to people the different skills they are interested in so that they are well empowered and they can easily be employed. For the first time since India's independence, the Ministry of and Development and Entrepreneurship (MSDE) has been formed to focus on enhancing the employability of the youth through skill development. So this was one of the very important initiative taken by the government. This on our national skill mission is chaired by the Honorable Prime Minister. Skill India is no more just limited to the domestic market, but it is actively engaging with countries across the world to promote geographical exposure and opportunities in the international market. So, Startup India, Stand Up India, Make in India, this Skill India, all these are different initiatives government is taking you to educate, to assist you in different sectors, to enhance your skill so that you can uh, come up with innovative ideas. Now, next is National Skill Development Mission. Now, this mission was aimed to build synergies across the sectors and state and skill. This is just an extension, industries and initiatives with a vision to skill India. It is designed to expedite decision making across the sectors to provide skills at scale without compromising on quality and speed. So this was the initiatives taken, which the seven hub missions was proposed in this initial phase, which includes the institutional training, infrastructure, convergence, trainers, overseas employment, sustainable livelihood, and leverage public infrastructure. So these were the seven sub-missions proposed in this initial phase to guide the mission scaling efforts across India. So what we have studied, Startup India, Stand Up India, Make in India, skill development, national skill development missions the government is coming up with. Second, next we have Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Now, this was a flagship initiative of skill development entrepreneurship that aims to train the youth in industry relevant skills to enhance the opportunity for their livelihood. So the government is coming up with so much of training and skill development things that when you think of selecting a particular area on which you want to come up with a new idea, you should explore these websites of government and understand what are the training facilities given up by the government, what are the initiatives taken so that it can actually help you. Now, individuals were given prior learning experience on skills and also assessed and certifies as a recognition of prior learning. You will get a learning certificate under this that you are trained under such and such skills. So when you explore the market, actually you are well trained when prior. Training and assessment fees are entirely borne by the government under this program. So you don't have to even bear the fees. It is entirely upon the government. Government is giving you free training of your choice, whatever you want to explore, you want to polish, you want to take it ahead. Now, next we have NISP, National Innovation and Startup Policy. Now, this policy 2019 for this came up for students and higher education institutes. This was launched by the former Minister of Education, Shri Ramesh Pokhriyal. Now, this policy came with an intention to guide the higher educational institutes for promoting the students driven innovation and startups and to engage the students and faculty in an innovation. So it has come up to colleges so that you know uh, in on the initial stage only, among when you are learning about startups only, there should be some campus for you to learn the startup activities. There should be some innovation hubs for you where you can actually go and explore your ideas, discuss your ideas. So government has now taken up to the next level and reached the colleges from the initial stage only, where you can actually go for it. And what was the aim for this? So that the students group to prototype their ideas, they can improve innovation, creative and design thinking among the students community, incubation facility for faculty driven startups, organize FDP seminars, workshops, strengthen institute industry interaction. So government has now come up to the college level and is assisting you if you have an entrepreneur mind, if you aspire to become an entrepreneur. So you, government has reached now to your position and is assisting you with different seminars, workshops, hubs, incubation hubs, where you can actually go discuss your ideas, get a proper direction. So this is NISP, that is National Innovation and Startup Policy, initiated by the government, which has reached the college level higher education institutes for the aspiring entrepreneurs. Then we have Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now, Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, or the self-reliant campaign, we say, is the vision of new India envisaged by the Honorable Prime Minister on 12th May 2020. Now, this was raised at a clarion call to the nation, giving a kickstart to the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. And this announced a special economic and comprehensive package of 20 crores. Now, in this COVID time, also government has created invested so much among this scheme Atmanirbhar Bharat. The aim is to make the country and its citizen independent. That is the only aim of the government, and he has outlined 5 pillars under this: economy, infrastructure, system, vibrant demography, and demand. So the government is focusing on these 5 pillars and came up with this Atmanirbhar Bharat, that is self-reliant. It is a framework for building a self-reliant India which would be competitive globally. It is looking to strengthen local manufacturing, building local supply chains, converting local products into global brands, so that Indian startups and innovators will actually play in the success of this mission. So that's why, to boost at the local level the supply chain, the local products, the manufacturing, government has come up with this scheme or initiative, you can say, which is said as Atmanirbhar Bharat, which came on 12th May 2020. Our PM announced this. Now, there are among these main initiatives, there are many initiatives. This topic is very vast, but few of the more initiatives I wanted to discuss with you all. Among this is Atal Incubation Scheme. Now, what is this Atal Incubation Scheme? This was started by Niti Aayog in 2016. Niti, that is National Institute for Transforming India. This was started by this as an innovative funding scheme to promote the entrepreneurs by converting their capital operational cost. So this is also one of the very important scheme which the government came up with. They selected few startups and they started granting them funds up to 10 crores. You can imagine, you can get a fund up to 10 crores over a period of 5 years. If you come up under this scheme, if your idea is innovative, there is fund for you by the government. Students, researchers, or newly formed organizations from different fields, transport, health, energy, education, can apply here. Any field, sanitization nowadays, are also come up under this scheme. So this Atal Innovation Incubation Center is also one of the very important scheme under the government. Now we have New Gen IEDC. Though in 2017, the Department of Science and Technology introduced this New Generation Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Center, New Gen GEN. This program was implemented by EDI Ahmedabad. It promotes knowledge-based and technology-driven startups and provides mentorship, guidance, and support. So if you want to avail this, you can, under this, what the students can do, these are established under academic institutions where the student can work on innovative projects. So you can work on innovative projects for 5 years, learn different things and then come up with a new idea. So this was scheme launched by DSTD and now it is implemented under the EDI Ahmedabad program. Next, we have MSME market development assistance. So there are the different startups, micro, macro, small, mediums, retailers registered with DIC, that is Director of Industries, can avail this scheme to expand their business across the world through international trade fairs and exhibitions. So this is one of the very important schemes if you want to, come up with something and you're not getting any platform. You can reach out these policies and you can participate in different trade fairs and exhibitions where you can promote your goods and you can get first hand customers and later on you can come up with your own setup. So this is also initiatives taken by the government so that they can promote you in the first hand. Then we have the women entrepreneurship platform. Now, this was also launched by National Institute. This is for the budding and existing women entrepreneurs, for you all. So this is also launched in across India, and it was divided into three: Iksha Shakti, Gyan Shakti, and Karma Shakti. Iksha Shakti is first they motivate the entrepreneurs to start their business. Gyan Shakti, they provide you knowledge, they give you the ecosystem where you can how to go about it. And Karma Shakti, they provides hands-on support to entrepreneurs to set up on a small scale. So the government has come up with so much of initiatives for especially for women so that they are not left behind and they can get special assistance if they you aspire to become. So women in the ideation stage, established or have just registered their startups can avail this platform where you will be monitored, you will be provided knowledge, you will be given ecosystems and and constant support from the government. Then we have Swarojgar credit card. Now these are for the small artisans. These are for the small artisans, including the micro entrepreneurs, small artisans, handloom weavers, service sectors, fishermen. Under this scheme, you will get a loan of a small loan of about 25,000 will be given per person with a very nominal interest rate under the RBI norm just to boost up your idea. So these are for the small artisans who just wanted to little bit of fund they need. So even from 25,000 to 10 crores, see the vast area the government is coming up with. So you cannot say, oh, I don't need that much. You can avail different schemes here. If you just need small assistance, little bit of push up, that also you are not able to have it. So government has such a vast range of training, of funding, of different exemptions for assisting these startups. Next, we have Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. I was doing my startup research under where many of them has taken up this Mudra Yojana scheme. Now, this is to support the micro enterprise. A Mudra scheme provide loans up to 10 lakhs without any collateral. So without any collateral, getting a amount of 10 lakhs is really very helpful for these small startup entrepreneurs. Enterprise wanted to expand in the fields of technology or upgradation or other projects can take these schemes. Now these schemes is also divided into three: Shishu, Kishore, and Tarun. Under the Shishu, you will get a covering up to 50,000. If you want more than that, that comes under the Kishore Yojana where you get up to 50,000 to 5 lakhs. And under the Tarun schemes, the loans are up from 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. So from 50,000 to 10 lakhs, you can approach under this. Many banks are been facilitating you with this Mudra Yojana. You just need a idea and a business model on the basis of which without any collateral, you can get this scheme, and depending upon how much money you want, you can come under whichever section: Shishu, Kishore, and Tarun. Now next is Aspire. That is a scheme for promotion of innovation, rural industries, and entrepreneurship. This was also launched by Government of India. Under this schemes was launched to accelerate the growth of entrepreneurship in India. Technology center, incubation center were set up, and be focused under this scheme? It was mainly to promote startups in agro industries, which leads to innovation. So this is also one of the schemes for the agro entrepreneurs who aspire to become eco-friendly green entrepreneurs. So these schemes, you should be well aware of these schemes. Last but not the least, I'll discuss about multiple grant schemes. Now, this is a scheme which was launched by Department of Electronics and Information Technology. This scheme aims to encourage research and development between industry and institution for the development of products and packages. Under this scheme, if the industry supports the R&D of the product that can be commercialized to the institutional level, the government will provide the financial support twice the amount the industry has supported you. So this is also multiple grant schemes. Now the industries are willingly supporting the entrepreneurs because they are assisted by the government. With whatever amount they'll support you, they'll be benefited twice from the government. So many schemes, and I can go on. So there are many schemes the government has come up with, but these are the few I wanted to highlight so that you are well aware of what are the schemes. So students, I will say startup is the thing for today. You should just have an idea. The assistant is there in the market, the opportunities is there in the market. Explore them, read them. Now in the day of technology, you just type it and you'll get the first hand information about it. But before research, before exploring the different opportunities, no idea is working. So that there are challenges, but first we have to look for the opportunities. And you have the government support. There are many schemes government has come up with. I've just highlighted few. If you go on, there are many schemes the government has come up. You just type your area and the government schemes there, you'll get the schemes under which the government has come up with. So these were the few initiatives and schemes the government I discussed with you all, but I'll request you, please read about this. These are very interesting schemes. If you aspire to become entrepreneur, you should be well aware of the schemes so that you can take the benefit of it. That's it.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
It was a very interesting and informative session. Now I would request Rama ma'am to propose the vote of the thanks. And meanwhile, I'm sending a feedback link in the chat. Please fill it. Over to you, Rama ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shivani. You can stop screen sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Really, you have given so many schemes which I must honestly admit even I was not aware of. So, girls, can we, is there anyone who has any questions or anything to ask before we wind up this session? I know you're all, SY girls, so still you're not, too much into, but if you have any questions, you can ask her right now, or she is going to again come tomorrow and on Saturday. So I think by Saturday, you girls will have a better hold on the topic, and I think more questions and more discussions can be had. But before I wind up and formally propose the vote of thanks, I request those who can switch on the video to switch on, because we have to take a screenshot as a documentary evidence. Request all those who can to switch on your video just for 2 minutes for Mosina to take the screenshot. Come on, those who can. Girls, anyone? I'm sure there will be quite a few who can. Thank you, Agrata. Others? Thank you, Shruti. Yes, good, good, good. Thank you, Grishma. Yeah. So Mosina, now you can take the screenshot since all of them, I'm seeing all their beautiful faces. So I must thank Shivani for it. I'm able to see my student's face. And Shivani, I must tell you, I normally have 20, 25 girls in my class. And today we are having 40. They've all come to
Oh,
hear and listen to you.
thank you
Grishma,
so
don't you
much.
agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Good, good. Thank you so much, girls. I must admit proudly that Shivani was my student in MCOM. She did, we both did, I wouldn't say she did a research project under me. I would say both of us did a research project together. That would be more appropriate. And third important thing, which is the final defining moment, is she is my PhD student and she's completed her PhD on startups. 5 years she worked on it and she completed her PhD. We are just waiting for the final defense and viva, which will happen very soon. And I request all of you to unmute yourself and let us all give Shivani a big round of applause for giving us such a wonderful session on the different schemes. Yes, all of us give a big round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And with ma'am's permission, I'll be taking 1 or 2 sessions more on startups. So even if you have not understood anything today, please, the schemes which I have discussed with you, shared with you today, read about it. If you have any difficulty related to startups, anything, we can have a session and we can discuss on it later on also.
Any question, girls? Can we conclude the session? Yes?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay. Thank you so much, Shivani. Thank you, Mosina. Thank you, all my girls. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.